This is Anderson Penn's podcast episode 245 for Wednesday, October 11th, 2017. This is Brian.
This is Lisa. It's just so much fun to mess with you when
Thanks
we
for joining us. Hey, Lisa.
Oh, God, help me now.
Hey, Lisa.
What?
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Knock, knock.
Come in.
Knock, knock. Play along. Come on.
What?
Dishes.
Oh, God. Dishes who?
Dishes. Sean Connery.
Is it the best you got?
Well, you know. That's what I got. That's what I got this week. That's what I got this week.
All right.
I thought that's a good one.
That's the one Eric told me what to say. He said, when Brian does a knock-knock joke, you got to say, come in, and then he's going to be like, now what do I do?
He's teaming up against me.
Well, yeah. And I would like to say something to all of you out there who came to the Denver show and told Brian jokes to tell on the air.
Thank you.
You're all fired. Oh my God. The whole drive to Denver, not the whole drive, but a good chunk of it, Brian was Googling bad jokes.
I got great jokes.
Laughing.
Great jokes. We are set.
No, we are, so please, no more. I think he's set.
Dishes. Connery.
God. And thank you to all of you who came to me at the show and agreed with me that, oh my God.
Hey, Buccaneer was a good joke, though. That was a really good joke.
People liked it.
Anyway.
Whatever. So apparently this is now going to be a thing. So those of you who are sending Brian jokes, I will find you and I will get you.
So anyway, we were in Denver.
Denver.
Over the weekend.
You know, I'm just going to skip right to the end. The fastest we have ever packed up at a show since we've had 5 tables, ever. 1 hour, 37 minutes. New world record. Why, do you ask? Well, because there was a big snowstorm coming and...
I don't know, how many inches did they get?
Between 4 and 6, I think. But normally I pack like sneakers and socks to drive in. I had sandals. I was not equipped to handle snow on the drive home. So luckily we got out in plenty of time, and by the time that the snow even, I think Jessica said rain started at 9 and snow started before midnight, we were halfway into God knows where in Nebraska, so we were fine. So thank you to everybody who emailed and texted and Facebooked and stuff, wanting to make sure that we were safe. But we saw absolutely no weather whatsoever. No,
not a drop of...
Which is how we like it.
So. No, it was quick. Yeah. I spent most of the day on Sunday pretty much preparing for teardown, so I think I'll do that again in the future. You're
going to continue to organize and rearrange?
Yeah, you know,
I'm
the last
loving
day.
It. Loving
anyway,
it.
let's skip back a few days. So we got into town on, what was it, Thursday. We left Wednesday. Shortly after the podcast, and got into town Thursday early afternoon.
Really enough to take a nap.
Enough time to take a nap,
very exciting.
grab something to eat, and set up. And so this year the show was on the other side of the hallway, in one big ballroom, but it was in kind of a horseshoe, almost a U-shaped.
I think it worked well.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's some extra room in there too, if they really wanted to.
It was weird, at least to me, to not be able to see all the way around the room.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, people see. I can't talk now. People seemed to like it, and there was definitely plenty of room to move around. I think a lot of people are really unhappy when shows are too crowded and you're constantly bumping.
No, there was good amount of room there. I think there was actually a little bit too much room in certain spots, but that's okay.
Well, Ed's got room to expand.
He's got room to expand, but you didn't have to worry about, well, I think, going in the other room, or you got half the crowd in the other room and then they forget. So everybody in one area, a couple of ink testing stations was nice, a couple of just plain tables for people to sit down and chat and show off stuff right in the ballroom. That was nice.
4th year. It's really grown. It's really changed and improved every year. So kudos to Ed and everybody in the Pen Posse. It's just a well-run show.
Yep.
And we got T-shirts again.
We got T-shirts. This year's color was what, purple?
Purple.
I think. But it was always nice to see the purple shirts, and that's all the Pen Posse members. And if you need something, they can come and get it for you. But I think, I don't know what the official numbers were, but I think there was an increase over previous years.
I think so.
Saturday was fairly busy, like it normally is. Friday was busy, and Sunday was your typical Sunday. But I think people in the area are catching on. People are flying out. We had people flew out from Hawaii and
cool.
all sorts of places just to come to the show. So it's not just your local folks. Yeah, well attended. A lot of good people we've seen in previous years come back. And
shout out to our good friend Sue. It was awesome to see you, and to the Clark family. And I think we wrangled Noah into working for us next year. I'm dead serious, by the way, Noah. Dead serious. Because it happened again. You ready?
I'm ready.
Some stole a pen. Can't believe it. Brian was working with somebody. I was over there by the pen that was stolen. Got called away and took what was it, $680 pen?
Yeah, there's $795 list. Platinum Mizumo.
I hope you choke on it.
If you can't afford to buy the pen, don't steal it. Get another job, save up, do something. Just don't steal my pens. It just
really soured the whole thing, and I thought we were kind of done for the year after.
Never expected it in Denver.
No, we've never had a problem at all in Denver, especially with so many people walking around. All the pen show posse, they were really upset for us. In fact, they even talked about taking up a collection because they were blaming themselves that this happened on their watch. So we were incredibly touched.
Yeah,
it wasn't their fault.
Not their
It's
fault
our
at all.
responsibility. So next year we will have table help. So if you're listening and you took that pen, I will find you.
You don't have a converter for it,
It's just really demoralizing when that kind of thing happens.
And I think I saw the person or persons responsible because they came in, and then I knew within 20 minutes of when it happened, and then they left. They were not there. They were not in the room. They were nowhere to be found. And I'm sure they grabbed it. They turned around because we were right at the front door.
Right at
and
the
they
door,
left.
Yep.
They got their pen for the show. So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We did pick up a couple cool things.
We did. There's not much left, but.
Shalanas,
yeah. We ran into some vintage, new old stock Shalanas, and we have more on the way. So those are going to be showing up on the website, maybe in the mailer at some point very soon.
So if our local friend Sarah sees that, she might be in trouble.
Yeah. So these are cool. The current incarnation is gold or silver, but these are like tortoise or different colors.
These are cool. I wish I collected them because these are really cool.
Yeah, we sold the coolest one at the show on Saturday.
Yeah,
it was a faceted Shalana. It was really cool. I really liked that one. Actually, it was a hair bigger.
Yep.
The barrel than the current one.
For the facets
for
something.
the facets. But the nib was the same size.
Really cool stuff.
Good stuff. So we picked those up.
And new Taccia wraps. We knew that new patterns were coming. We weren't quite sure when they would finally arrive.
I was not expecting this huge box to show up.
Shuzhen just delivered this big giant box in Denver. I like a couple of them.
They're nice. Couple new silk, new polyester.
There's some really pretty
nice
ones.
Designs, real nice designs.
I might have to have one for Christmas.
Well, you should just.
I should just
your
take it.
anniversary's coming, so just grab the thing. So
I get an anniversary present?
You do get an anniversary present.
What are you getting?
I'm getting a pen.
What kind of pen?
It's a Sailor.
What kind of Sailor?
Whichever one I can't live without the longest.
Okay.
It's either a millicolori or an Earth.
So then that determines how much I can rack up. Awesome.
All right. Well, anyway, there are 5 new designs in 2 different sizes, the 4 and the 8. So.
Can you rattle them off?
No.
I can do like 3.
Well. There's one that has the silk one has bunnies on it. That's cute.
Pastel bunnies and flowers or something. It's kind of a lavender, like a gray lavender. It's really pretty. Not nearly as feminine as bunnies might sound. It's really pretty. It's really a pretty color. There's kind of a charcoal gray with hexagonal, like I guess you can't really have a hexagonal cube, but they're
Hexagon.
they're cool in different colors. It's really cool. That blue
There's a
with
blue
the gold,
one, yeah.
it's kind of a royal blue with gold. Oh, we saw the material in San Francisco and or a whole wrap made of
It's
it.
all a whole wrap,
Just
yeah.
wanted to keep it.
Yep.
Just let me take that. So those were cool. What else do we have what else do we pick up?
Well, if you want to talk about stuff we picked up, let's just say we acquired 2 of the Lamy 50th anniversary Black Ambers.
Yes.
Brand new, the whole shoot and match. So if you didn't get it the first time around,
We've got
exactly 2.
is it one fine, one medium?
One fine, one medium. It's a nice color. Maybe could have been a little bit more of a departure from the stainless steel, but it's nice. The box is great.
It is a cool box.
The whole thing is, it's nice. So if you missed it the first time, we've got 2 left. That's it.
That's it.
What else did we pick up? Anything interesting?
The new Pen Show ink.
The Pen Show ink, okay.
Golden Aspen. It sold really well. I was shocked that luxury brands had any left, but we did bring home, I think, everything that was remaining. Really pretty color. So we'll have that up on the site. I think Kim's working on it today, so by Thursday it should be up. And I'm not sure if it's going to be a new thing, a regular item in the lineup, or if it was just for the show.
Well, last year it was what, Colorado Spruce?
Yeah,
that was just for the
I
show.
think that was about it. So there's probably a dozen or 15 bottles, not a lot. So.
Yeah, very popular. And I do want to give a big shout out to John and Carol from Luxury Brands, who are very supportive of the missing fountain pen. So.
Well, just in general, it's nice
Yeah.
to have them there, and if we don't bring something that they sell, they just walk it over.
They walk it over, yeah.
And that way you've got the best of both worlds. They don't sell direct, but they bring a lot of stuff, and so we end up coming home with a lot of stuff, which, does that work out better for them or us? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Either.
But
It works out better for somebody.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, and I think that was all the new stuff we got. We got a couple things, but then we sold them right away. We bought and resold at the show. I did not buy a single pen.
I know,
Denver.
I'm so proud of
I was this
you.
close, and by this close I mean the pen was this big.
Really, you like that thing?
I liked that thing.
It was ugly.
Tim Pearson had a pen that I was considering buying, and it's still on the short list.
That would have come out of your budget, not.
So I may see him in Columbus and see if he still has it, if he can find it. I don't know how he finds anything.
And threaten him.
He's got so many pens, I don't know if he finds anything. But he had a very small Japanese eyedropper. It was like tiny, 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 tiny. Hard rubber.
It didn't talk to me.
Well, it was talking to me. That's all that matters. But that was as close as I came to buying anything for myself. There was, a couple other things. Apparently there were some pen sales on Sunday out in the lobby that I really wish I would have seen. There was,
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, there was somebody brought a whole big fistful of pens, Platinum Mach-E Galaxy and all sorts of stuff for ridiculous prices. Apparently I missed out on that deal, but
Oof.
anyway.
It was a good show. Ed and the gang really put on a great show. And the coolest thing happened, oh my God, I won a door prize.
And what did you win exactly?
Well, see, here's the backstory. They have all these door prizes, and when you walk in and you register, you pay $5, you get a ticket, and then they have all these door prizes. And every time, and this happens in Columbus, and this happens at a couple other shows, and they're going to call a name or a number for a door prize. And I wait every time, and they're going to say, Lisa Anderson. They're going to just announce my name, Lisa Anderson. And it never happens. It never, ever happens. So apparently I mentioned that a couple times. And at the very, very end of the show, I was actually out in the hallway talking to the editor of Pen World, and Brian comes running out, grabs me by the arm, yanks me in the room, and says, they called your name, you got to run up. Like, what? So I go down to where they're doing the drawing, and I won free coffee delivery at the show next year, which is very cool. Except they usually bring us coffee anyway. So.
And we pay for the coffee, so.
Hey, somebody better bring coffee. But speaking of coffee, I would like to make a public confession. So sit down, brace yourselves. Here's the deal. We sponsored afternoon coffee and cookies because, you know, the middle of the afternoon, the vendors kind of need a little sugar rush, a little shot of coffee. And those DoubleTree cookies are just crack. They are just so yummy. So even though we are on a diet, I'm going to confess for both of us that we ate the cookies, and I do not regret it. So there you go, my confession.
And then you almost killed Will.
Oh, yeah. So a guy stole a pen, and I almost killed a man. And they're two different people.
They're two different people, thankfully, because we like Will.
We love Will. Will and Faustine, we love them. And I had half a cookie left over, and I offered it to one of the posse, a good friend, and he's like, oh, chocolate chip cookie, I'm all over it. Took one bite and looked around, turned back to me with this look of horror. Are there walnuts in here? I don't remember. He had it like 20 minutes ago. And then he turns around to his wife. He's like, honey, I've got a tickle. Apparently, he's deathly allergic to walnuts. So by offering someone half a cookie, apparently I almost killed a man. Luckily, he had some Benadryl in his system. I had some Benadryl in my purse. He did not need his EpiPen, which meant he would have had to go on to the hospital. It all worked out fine. He came back the next day. Did he deliver us cookies?
No, he didn't.
He didn't even touch the cookies this time. But yeah, so that was a little bit of excitement Saturday afternoon.
Anything else we want to talk about at the show? Mike Massiamo was right across the hall. Right, he was right across the table from us. I forgot to bring pens.
You took an awesome picture of Mike and Amiko doing absolutely nothing. Yeah,
Saturday afternoon. There was apparently one point where they were calling somebody who was next up on the list, and they didn't show up. So Mike is just sitting there chilling out.
He never just sits.
Yeah.
He's always busy, nonstop with his head down. So Brian took a picture, and Mike's kind of leaning back with his hand up in the air.
Yeah.
Like, living the good life.
But they were really our only neighbor because we were kind of on that hallway, and then it spun around. But no, it was a good show. Thanks for everybody coming out. But
yeah. There are some people we only see at the Denver show. We made a new friend who's a race car driver.
Yes,
that was cool.
Yep.
Showing me, people have pictures of their kids or their dogs. Charles has a picture of his car, just like you.
Yep.
It's blue.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. But yeah, good show. Next year will be the 5th year.
5th year. Awesome.
Yeah, excited.
So that's a Colorado Pen Show recap, more or less.
Yeah.
We have a question of the week.
We do. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. How many pens does Brian own? Oh, wait. We don't talk about that.
We don't know.
I'm going to wait till you're asleep some early morning, and well, it'll take me a couple hours to count. All right. Ooh, this is your question. Why do so many people seem to prefer piston filling fountain pens?
I have no idea. It's their preference, not mine.
Well, what do you prefer?
It doesn't matter. I prefer good nib.
Okay.
Why do people prefer it? I'm just going to take a guess. Let's take a stab at this. People prefer it because at a certain price point, they don't want to see a cartridge converter pen. The reality is cartridge converter is much easier to clean, so that's why I don't really care. Piston fillers typically are going to have a higher capacity.
Yes, they hold a lot more.
Usually a lot more. Not always, but they will hold more. Integrated filling system, what's not to like? Usually it's piston, there are other kinds, but at a price point usually above $150, $200, people want, they want a gold nib and they want a self-filling pen.
Yes.
So.
And it's different.
It is, yeah. It's more, you're more in tune with the whole, the whole thing. You get your bottle out, you're gonna fill it, and you don't have to take the barrel off. You got all these parts rolling around.
So you're one with the pen.
You're one with the pen.
Okay.
The whole process is easier.
They do hold quite a bit more,
Yep.
generally.
So
I
if
think
you
it
don't,
fascinates people. It's like some of the other types of filling systems. People are fascinated by the modern day Conklin,
the Crescent.
the Crescent, right?
Yep.
So, all right.
Yeah, that's my guess. You know, I personally don't. You know, Piston always adds to the cost
Yes.
of the pen. So, as far as I'm concerned, you know, at some point it doesn't. You know, I don't really care.
Well, it depends on what you like.
Depends on what it is. Yeah.
But you're right. I think over a certain price point, if it's the same converter that fits in your Safari, you don't necessarily want that in your Lamy 2000. You want something a little bit better, a little bit different.
Perception of it being better.
Yes.
A better quality pen. So
There you go.
that's it.
All right.
A couple new things to talk about. We've already talked about a couple of them. Number one, this week, Pentel Pencils.
I was going to bring those in, and we were going to have a duel, and I forgot them.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe next week.
All right. These are cool.
Kind of expanding the mechanical pencil lineup. Graph Gear 500, 1000.
Love the 1000.
The Sharps. Soon to come, the Sharp Carry.
That one's cool.
That's cool. A capped
Very
pencil,
cool.
mechanical pencil, I like that. So, and then of course, all the lead that goes with it, because it's, you know, up to this point, it's been this lead with this company and this lead with this company. So we're going to kind of standardize on Pentel and do it that way.
No, super exciting.
Yeah, nice mechanical pencils. You know, we've been talking with some of the guys in the local club and some other folks that are big mechanical pencil geeks.
And there's really quite a, I almost want to call it like a subculture of people who are hardcore into pencils.
Yep.
I learned things at Pen Club was it not this past month, but the
A couple
last,
months ago.
had no clue that people get just as geeked out about different lead size or whether or not it's retractable or not, as fountain pen people do about nibs and filling systems, and there's this whole big thing. So I'm excited that I get to play with some of these now.
Well, we have the Sharp comes in a 0.2, which is really, if you really want to fine lead, it comes in a 0.2. We have 0.3s. We've had 0.3s before, but now we have 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, 0.9. So in different models, good stuff.
Yeah.
So
Excellent brand.
nice quality. Number two this
Somebody's
week.
giddy.
Sadly, this came when we were in Denver, but this is the last. I mentioned this. I kind of alluded to this. I think last week. King of Pen Ebonites came in. Are one part of our shipment. Rhodium trim. These are the last production run for the year. So once these are gone, it's going to be, I don't know when, sometime next year.
And did any of these make? They're not on your desk.
Nope, they're not on my
Okay,
desk.
Good job.
Nope,
Good
not yet.
boy.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Black with rhodium trim, medium and broad nibs only, of course, as all King of Pens are. But nice to see those come back, and it'll be sometime till next year. We haven't had the rhodium in a while, so.
Time to maybe put it on your Christmas list. These will go fast.
Yep.
And what does that qualify for?
Free shipping.
Free shipping.
Get better.
Should we talk about that?
Go ahead.
All right, so we launched, was it last week?
Last week.
Free shipping for orders over $50 in the U.S. And a lot of people...
Priority shipping.
Priority shipping, not first class. A lot of people are taking advantage of that. It's actually been kind of fun to watch some of the orders come in, and you can tell that, just like that darn Sephora gets me every time. People are adding just a little bit to their order to get to that. It's a way to do it. Nobody likes to pay for shipping. And then we also launched free shipping internationally for orders over $250 to Canada, Australia, the UK, where else? I don't know.
Netherlands.
Netherlands,
That's it.
Canada, Australia, UK.
You don't believe me?
No, Netherlands. I thought there was something else.
In U.S. was on Monday.
Oh, all right. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, there you go. So if you live in one of those countries, orders over $250, now ship free, and your cart will tell you how far you are from your free shipping goal. and that's cool.
So there we go.
I
Anything
love free
else?
shipping. I
Anything
think
else
that's
we wanna
it.
talk about?
We're still trying to recover from the show, and the store's almost put back together. It usually takes about 2 days. So that's it.
All right, I think that's it for this week. Thanks so much for joining us. Tune in next week for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Follow the blog for news, ink reviews, and all sorts of cool videos like the Nib Noobs, and we'll see you next week.